Hey guys, how's it going? It's Eve, and welcome to Eve Online Rubicon. Before I start the video, I'd like to say I do apologize for how late this video is. Just because CCP decided to do something with the test server and they took away the login screen, so I was unable to actually do the video. So, without further ado, we'll get into the new login screen while we have the chance and it's not down. So, this is the brand new login screen. On Tranquility, you have a huge rectangle with your character portrait, two smaller squares with your other alts. You have your news on the right hand side. You also have the corporation you're in, the alliance, if your amount of ISK, skill points, skill queue, your ship, where you're docked, and so on. Here you have your character name at the top. If you go over the highlighted one, you can just quickly change by clicking on them. If I go over the highlighted one, there's a small X. Just like that, it says terminate if you want to recycle. We're going to click no. So down here, it shows me the alliance I'm in, the corporation I'm in. If I have a skill going, currently have a Mar Carrier 1. I purposely put this in to show you guys that it's training. If I have any skills completed, this is if you have, for example, a half an hour skill, like for example, Galente Industrial. And let's say you put that in, you put in Galente Industrial and then Kildari Industrial, and they both completed. They would have two skills completed down here. The amount of ISK you have, if you have any unread mails, the ship you're in at the very bottom, the system you're in, and then the name of the station you are currently docked in. So below that we have the Enter Eve button. To enter Eve, you can double click your character, or you can just click Enter Eve. So under that, we have redeem items. Instead of having a little gift box, you'll have a kind of goldish bar with redeem items. So here it is. Just for the sake of this redeem items thing, what I did was I went and purchased 50 plex off the CC market. So here it is. At the very bottom, it says drag and drop the items to give to pilots. So what I can do is I can click it and hold and drag it around the screen. And if you want to give it to, for example, this character, all you do is just put it over and let go. And items redeemed. And there you go. Okay. So now we're just gonna select them again and we are going to enter Eve. So now that we logged in, the new login screen said I was docked. What I did was I just undocked off camera, as sometimes carriers have pretty long align times. So here we are in the Chimera that it said I was in. So next thing we're going to cover is the Siphon module. The way to find it is go to your market and you go to ship equipment, deployable equipment, mobile Siphon units. Currently there's only a small Siphon unit. There could be a possible medium and large on the way, but currently there's a small. So we're just going to open up its information. So the small mobile Siphon unit, a small personal deployable that steals material from player-owned structures, a POS. The small mobile Siphon unit can steal raw material from moon harvesters and processed material from simple reactors. These stolen materials are stored in the unit and are accessible by anyone. When they really mean accessible by anyone, I believe they really mean accessible by anyone. So let's say you are not currently on at the time and your Siphon unit it's full. And the owner of the POS warps in to actually do some things in the POS and notices your Siphon module. It'll have your name on the Siphon module, and he'll be able to open it and take whatever you stole and take it back. The Siphon, and that's just how it is. One more part. This Siphon module escapes the attention of its defenses. This means that a POS with over 100 guns will not be able to shoot at it. The only way you'll be able to actually shoot at it would actually be to actually take control of the gun itself and then shoot the Siphon module. Or it would be easier just to warp up to it, save its location, warp out, warp back in, take what is yours, and destroy it if you wanted to. So back to the Siphon module. So its attributes, its capacity is 1,200 meters cubed, volume of 20 meters cubed. This means you can pretty much put this in a frigate. So you can pretty much go around to, I don't know, Nulli Secunda, Pandemic Legion towers, test towers if they still have them, or maybe even Fatal Ascension towers, Darkness of Despair towers. It just goes on, or even just a typical alliance in low sec and just put it down. So its mass is 10,000 kilograms. Really, its mass has no effect because you can't really moon mine in wormhole space. So you can't. So this really has no pretty much effect, but if because you're not living inside a wormhole unless you're producing them inside the wormhole. Shield capacity of 10,000 hit points. Structure hit points of 60,000. Amount destroyed on steel of 10%. So to be honest with you, I kind of not too sure what CCP means by amount destroyed on steel. So once the actual Siphon module is out and seated, I will actually be going back into detail about this. Minimum anchoring distance from starbase shield. So it has to be 50 kilometers away from the starbase shield. These guns currently are 35 kilometers away from the shield itself. And then the processed material Siphon amount, this is how much it takes a processed material, is 25 units. Signature radius of 100 meters. Raw material Siphon amount, this is how much it takes from your moon harvesting array of 60 units. Restricted to security level less than 4. Keep in mind, you can't moon mine under 0.3. 0.3. You can't moon mine anything over 0.3. Everything less of 0.3 is free game. You'll be able to anchor them and steal. There's no point of actually taking one of these and putting it in a 0.4 system, as you're not going to be gaining much. Unless there is a production chain where one guy mines in another system and hauls over the moon material and puts it into a reactor. Armor hit points of 10,000, anchoring delay of 5 seconds, and shield recharge time of 2,400 seconds. So that is the attributes and the description of the Siphon module, and now this is how the Siphon module looks like. However, it is currently not seated inside the game. Right now, I currently do not know what is the front and what is the back, so it's kind of a bit hard to say. I believe this is the front right here. There's the top view of it. And bottom view. That's it for this video, guys. So for our next video, we're going to be looking at the new Sisters of Eve ships, the frigate, and the cruiser, along with the ship tree. That's it for this video, guys. Fly dangerous. Peace.